taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we are underway in Buffalo. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number one overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Wiggles free. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. We're scoreless after 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage. Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Now for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen, being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Singletary again. Able to slither by. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 26 yards for Devin Singletary. And the Bills will extend their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. A slant to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
What's the deal, y'all?
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He finds Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Touchdown Jaguars! James Robinson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Allen sliding out of the pocket. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Matt Milano picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned. And
now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done. How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To the air, Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen dancing to his left. Pressure applied, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. He'll look to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Back to throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Going deep for Diggs. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. So Allen's going to look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play. And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close